The stranger next door. When I first joined the Department of Justice, I was overly quiet, focused on the job, learning my trade around the place. I was trying to acquaint myself with the unwritten rules, the protocols, careful enough not to step on any toes and acclimatize to the general environment. I was trying to learn a new face every other day. But more importantly, I was more vested in minding my own business, trying to get the job done, ticking my to-do list of the day's and week's tasks. But deep down, I was also battling a subtle timidness, pondering the general reception of this new workplace, wondering about what people thought about me. Was I welcome? Did a smile in my direction qualify for a vote of acceptance? I had encountered a couple of unsmiling faces, not sure what to read off them. Inside the office where I sat, I feared my superiors, both out of respect and the continuous fear of floundering. And then there was this stranger next door, a fairly tall, beautiful lady. Her skin was a faint brown chocolate and always combed her hair almost just naturally. From where I was standing, she was oddly quiet, almost always silent. She wore knee-bound floral dresses, her stride often slow and her stump very subtle. She hardly smiled. If she did, I hadn't seen it yet. Even in the line of duty, we never crossed paths. Our interactions were limited to once in a while morning greetings. From time to time, we looked in each other's direction and didn't say a word. If I had figured out what to say in my head, I quickly thought about what its reception would be and the subsequent response. In the end, staying quiet appeared to be not just the easy, but also the safer option. Typical of an introvert, right? I don't remember how exactly, but we did have a conversation once that kicked off with her line of work before drifting off to other matters. And then came her office mate, a young melanin belle, most probably in her mid-20s. I found her equally and oddly quiet, but I figured, just as I would come to learn, that she was equally new in the vicinity. It was days before we came across paths and eventually exchanged greetings. Observing, as I often unintentionally find myself doing, I noticed that she was trying to stay grounded while putting a mark on the place. When we first exchanged greetings, it was on one of those days when you're not feeling it, when the mood swings swung left. But to reciprocate her polite greetings that were accompanied with a beautiful smile, the kind of smile that ladies often put on before the "I need a favor" statement, I quickly ditched my day's bad moods into a dustbin, right on my desk before giving her a sheepish smile, responding to her "Hi, how are you?" with a jolly "Hi, I'm fine, and you?" And just as my mind had predicted, if not judge her smile, she needed to borrow a stapler. Days gone by, we would become acquaintances, never declining to share a quick conversation, often work-related whenever the opportunity presented itself. Often smart, wearing skirts and tops with light sandal-like shoes. She looked beautiful and humble, so much so that I had been compelled to judge a book by its cover. "Are you a born-again? You come off as one of those church girls," I said to her. No, I have attended a fellowship before, but I ain't no church girl. I love life too much to be that," she noted. And that was the genesis of more casual conversations that followed since that day. However, whereas I had hoped that we would go the distance, perhaps to as far as the Acts of the Apostles, or even better, Revelations, that wasn't the case. Exodus came far too quick for me. In this city, you go where of hustle takes. The hustle had taken me elsewhere. I have never been good at goodbyes, and so I didn't offer any. And just like that, a friendship was gone. No contacts, no nothing. Until one morning when I received a call from her. "Hi everyone, this is Robert K. Circles. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast today. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could take a moment to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. Give us a like on your favorite podcast platform. Leave a comment letting us know what you thought. We love hearing your feedback. And if you know someone who might enjoy the show, please share it with them. Your support means the world to me and helps us reach more listeners. Thanks again for being a part of the Robert K. Circles community. Until next time, take care.